Hello, Grade 5. Welcome back to our new novel lessons. Let's complete chapter 1, but we're gonna do a quick recap on what we have taken. Last lesson, or in our previous lesson, we took that there were four musketeers. They were good friends: Athos, Porthos, Aramis, and D'Artagnan. They were musketeers and they were trained to use a musket. Musket is a kind of gun. We talked about the bad situation in Paris and how the people were dying of hunger. We talked about King Louis and how he was having fun at his palace with his friends and he doesn't care for the people. We talked about the courtiers and we said that their job was to make the king happy. As we said that there was a game which they liked to play which was called bulls, and now we're gonna complete what happened after the young courtier went up to the group of bulls, stood with his back to the king, and he bent down to move the ball to make the king the winner. So now we'll go to page 8 where the picture, and we took it before, and page 9 also. So let's go to page 10. You have won again, your majesty, shouted the young courtier. After all, a courtier's job is to make the king happy. Louis raised his arms and smiled, and everybody shouted, "Bravo! Is there no man here who can beat me?" Louis loved to win and then to say how much better he was than everybody else. "No, your majesty, you are unbeatable," said the young courtier. "As you men are no match for me, I shall have to find a lady who can beat me." In this part, as we read, King Louis liked always to be the best, and he always show it. So he's an arrogant. Arrogant, it means he feels that he is the best. And now he is going to choose a lady to play with him because men are not able to beat him. Louis went up to a young lady, shyly watching the game. Her name was Louise de Lavlaire. She had only been at court for a few weeks. I had noticed her the first day she came. Who noticed her? D'Artagnan, because we said D'Artagnan is the narrator of the novel, so he is the one who is always talking. So he noticed this lady before the king. She had seemed in need for a friend. So I took the opportunity to go up to her and say, "Are you happy here, mademoiselle?" She had looked at me surprised that the captain of the king's guard should speak to her. "I miss my family," she had said, "but I will get used to it, I suppose." "I expect you will," I had said with understanding, and after that incident, I made time to speak to her, but I was not the only one to notice her. The king had noticed her too, and now he took Louise by the hand and led her to the bowling green. I could see the Queen Marie-Therese trying to hide her anger. So here, King Louis, he took Louise de Lavlaire to play the game bulls. So is she going to win? We don't know. But what we know that D'Artagnan liked her. So he talked to her as he noticed her from the first time she was at court, and she was sad because she misses her family. Here, after that incident, he didn't talk to her, but on that day the king noticed her and he liked her. Louis handed Louise a ball. She looked at it uncomfortably. She did not find it easy being the king's new favorite. Here, when we say that she doesn't like to be the king's new favorite, it means that the king always has someone as a favorite, and she didn't like that situation. I have never played before, Your Majesty. With those hands and that beauty, you have already won my heart, even if you don't win at bowls. Louise threw the ball carelessly into the air, and by pure luck, it landed close to the wooden bowl. A look of anger passed briefly over Louis' face, but then he smiled. So who when he played with the king, she was Louise. Was the king happy? He wasn't happy, but he ignored the situation and he smiled.